Lucky me. Why? Because last night it was freezing cold, and imagine I'm sleeping in a tent wrapped in a sleeping bag that's not even made for winters. What do you think? What would have had happened? It was freezing cold last night, and it is freezing. My hands, the moment I came out, they are freezing. Today is day 429 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip and day 7 of cycling here in Meghalaya. This city name is Nongstoin, Nongstoin, and thankfully I found a shelter in the staff room of BPCL pump that night. As the sun rose, spreading its golden light over the mountains, I wanted to finish editing my next video. Not only did the pump staff offer me a place to sit and work, but they also served me a full glass of hot tea.
मॉर्निंग चाय पी रहे हैं।
हाँ जी, थैंक यू ओम प्रकाश भाई, बढ़िया चाय बनाई है आपने, बहुत अच्छी है। I kept working until 10:30 a.m. After finishing the edit and taking a warm shower, they insisted me to have a breakfast before leaving. कचरी का चार है? Yes. हमारे राजस्थान की स्पेशलिटी भाई। हमारे जो ओमकार भाई है ना, बिल्कुल प्रभु भक्ति में लीन है। सुबह से देख रहा हूँ इनको। थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू। जय श्री राम जी। ठीक है कमल भाई, थैंक यू, आपने जो हेल्प की उसके लिए। सुबह देख रहा हूँ बर्फ जमी पड़ी थी इधर, मैंने जम जाना था रात को टेंट में,
इसीलिए आपको उसके लिए बोला था।
ऊपर वाले ने मिलाया, बस ये कहूँगा मैं तो। ओके जी, बाय बाय बाय। This was the pump where I stayed last night. 11:45. It's a big town in this area. Road is almost plain, that much plain that they make such a huge speed breakers. Here are few glimpses of Nongstoin, the city. It is the administrative headquarters of West Khasi Hills, sitting at an elevation of 1,409 meters with a population of around 28,000 residents. And do you know what? This city, Nongstoin, has the Asia's second largest river island, and the first one is also in India. That is Majuli Island there in Assam, inside the Brahmaputra river, and this is the second largest. The name of this island is Nongkhnum, Nongkhnum. Near the island you will find a breathtaking waterfall which is known as Vinia Falls, Weinia. So many black and yellow taxis in this area that I feel sometime I have reached to Kolkata or West Bengal. All taxis. See here also. It's got some big buildings also, like that glass building which you can see there. Christianity is the major religion here, and the best time to visit this city is between the October and May. So currently when I'm here, this is the best time of the year to visit, because at this time of the year the weather is very pleasant with nominal rains. Here in this city you will find everything you need: shops, delicious food, cozy stay, and medical facilities. So I have to take right for Shillong from here. Rambara is the place where it will go if I go straight. Crossing a bridge, that is a school. It's very nice. Soon after cycling out of the city, I spotted a signboard. It is 89 kilometers from here, Guwahati 186. That's all. Within a range of 2 kilometers, you can come out of the city like I did. Within the city, it's almost plain road. As I struggled up to steep climb, a local man started chatting with me, giving me a much needed break. His name was
Sal. S-A-L-L.
Ah, that's all. How's the route by the way?
It's fine, it's good.
Like what kind of a difficulty level on the scale of 1 to 10?
It's only on, that means only hilltop, is no hill area, no? Yeah, hill area is only that's his problem.
Yeah, so how much hill area is there? Is it steep climb or normal climb?
It's normal climb, it's normal.
It's a normal climb, so up and down kind of.
Yeah, up and down.
Similar as it was between this place and Shalang.
Shalang, yeah. No,
Yes?
oh, yeah. This one is better.
This one is better than
yeah.
that. Okay, less climb.
The next climb.
Oh, perfect. Sounds great. Thank you, Sal.
You're welcome.
But soon I realized his words were not true. He must have said them just to motivate me. When you come out of the town, there's a steep climb. It's very difficult. That climb turned out to be one of the most challenging stretch on this route. I passed a water stream which was flowing down from the mountains, cutting through the dense jungle. With lots of difficulty, finally, I can see the highway above there on that mountain. But it was wrong. The actual bypass was still far away. They were the small hills surrounded the road on both the sides. I climbed with my strength, each pedal feeling heavier than the last. In the distances, I could see the lush green farmland and scattered farmhouses. There were many church buildings adding a peaceful charm to the landscape. The views were simply breathtaking. The wind was strong today, pushing against me like an invisible wall and making this climb even more difficult. Village name is Sohpian, Sohpian, which is 0 km from here. Eventually, I reached at a junction connected to the bypass. This is the point where I'm connecting with the bypass road. I misunderstood that one. There it is a shop. Shillong, which is 82 now, Jowai is 140. Let's go, buddy. After riding a few more kilometers, I finally arrived at a HP pump. Last night I was planning to come and stay on this pump. And do you know what they said? They said that they don't have drinking water. They themselves have to buy it. I left that place feeling disappointed, but just when my spirits were low, God sent someone to lift me up. What happened when I was climbing on a steep turn, a car stopped beside me and a man stepped out.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So, where are you from?
Chandigarh.
Chandigarh.
Yeah.
Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, going to Australia.
Yeah, okay. Such a good guy.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Meghalaya?
Meghalaya is nice. Happy people, smiling people.
And then even if you go to Agar, na?
Yeah.
Agar,
Yeah.
kena jaga local people उधर है ना?
हाँ.
तो उन लोग के साथ आप अच्छा से खाना खिलाएगा, लेकिन अपना लोकल में खिलाई देगा उन लोग को. Foreign food तो नहीं मिला. खाली
Which food?
foreign.
Foreign क्या?
मतलब
Veg.
foreign vegetable.
वेजिटेबल फूड नहीं मिलेगा.
नहीं मिलेगा.
नॉन वेज मिलेगा.
हाँ, खाली अपना मुर्गी है, अपना मीट है, अपना वेजिटेबल है, ऐसा है. अगर आप जाने से.
Which place?
You can go anywhere,
Okay.
even there, here.
Okay. So village people, they are happy, welcoming. Huh?
Yes.
What's your name? Lam Farang.
Just call me Al Kharbani, is na?
Al Kharbani's. What is the meaning of that?
It means my surname is Kharbani.
Okay,
First
Kharbani's. Lam. So Alam Kharbani's.
Yes.
Amit Tyagi.
Amit.
Happy meeting. Nice meeting with you. Good man. Very happy to see. Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Can you see that hug which he gave me before leaving? The warmth of his hug when he left gave me the comfort which I desperately needed. It brightened up my heart. See where they have made their houses, and see how they climbed using that steep road to that place. Finding these Khasi people are richer than the Garo people. It's true. Look at these houses and compare them with the one which you saw on the Garo Hills in the few previous videos. You will see the difference in the living standard of these two tribes. Soon I arrived in a much bigger city. There was an Indian oil pump where I refilled my water bottles from the tap before continuing my ride. After a little bit climb and the ride, I reached to a city which was named as Pamphryanai. At a place, I spotted a beautiful water body by the roadside. Soon I arrived at a place known as Dezuko Valley of Meghalaya. So there is a Dezuko Valley in Nagaland. This is the Dezuko Valley of Meghalaya. It was extremely windy. I stood near a hut painted into the vibrant colors, soaking into the stunning views of the valley. And then something strange happened there. While I was standing and clicking the picture, I noticed a boy with a bag on his shoulder just standing and quietly watching on me. He just stood there silently watching. He did not say a word, and I was surprised on this behavior. Must be very attractive and beautiful during the rainy season with all the greenery around. Now it is not that much green, but still you can enjoy the kind of landscape it has in my background. It's looking really very, very beautiful. For a long time I kept enjoying the views, clicking the pictures and soaking into the beauty of the place. And there was not a single word from him till then. When I I parked my bicycle and decided to climb to the top of the hill for the panoramic view of that valley, the boy did something unexpected. It's saying something. Yeah, ticket. Okay. Ticket rate 20 rupees. 20 rupees ticket going there. This place. Children 10 rupees. Adult 20 rupees. Huh? So this is your job. I was asking what you do. Understood. Because I have 500 rupee note and he's not having the change, so I'm paying him online. So till the time I was standing there and clicking picture of this area, he had no problem. The moment I started going to this side, then he said, you need to take the ticket. This is the top. They have made this platform. There is a bench and let me show you the view from this height. Do you know the best time to visit is during the monsoon season, and that is between June to September, when the valley burst into the full bloom. Check this. The view of another side. It is just 11 km from Nongstoin. This can be a perfect place for a quick escape to get some fresh air with breathtaking views of the hills. While standing on the hilltop, I spotted two small wooden bridges. They were at a distance. Even I was very far from them, but they looked incredibly charming. Interestingly, these little mountains are usually covered only in a green grass. Plants or trees don't grow here, which is quite surprising. I still don't know why, but trust me, it's worth paying 20 rupee to have this kind of a experience here. As I rode through the valley, I noticed many tourists standing on the peak of those mountains with their vehicles, enjoying the views. Soon after, I cycled to other side of the valley, ready for whatever adventure lay ahead. Reached another side of the valley. Let me tell you, today I'm having a fun ride. I zoomed down to the downhills, and with that momentum, I climbed to upcoming uphill. Clear skies, endless roads, lush green mountains, scattered buildings, churches, and patches of greenery. A perfect recipe for mind-blowing views. The roadside stalls, though they have not changed, they still look poor with no improvement into their conditions. As per this, Shillong is 76 more kilometers, man. And there's a place named Meghalaya that is 36. At a point, I had to stop. I could see how the cars and other vehicles were swallowed by the peak. I love watching vehicles disappear into the horizon. And let me tell you, I could stand there for hours just to watch them. I climbed to the top of that steep downhill, and that's where I found it. So there were few kids playing and I thought to capture the moments, but... Okay, this is how they write different proverbs from the Bible along the roadside. A little message of hope and faith. 18 km covered, time is 3 o'clock. Despite of sunlight, I'm feeling cold while standing here. It's already around 3:15. The location around those mountains behind, that is the road where I have to go. My shadow had grown longer, a clear sign that the sunset was approaching. I speed down slopes, feeling the rush of wind on my face, enjoying every second of that ride and the stunning views around me. Did you find it dangerous the way I took the sharp turn at such a high speed? Because for me, this is one of the best rides I have had so far. The day was a mix of ups and downs, of happiness and pains. The downhill were long and thrilling, but the steep climbs stretched on forever. But the longer climb, the grander the views, including my ever-growing shadow. Soon I arrived at Markasa. Markasa is the name of the village. The sun was shining bright and big in the blue sky, and I was riding with full energy. Soon I was crossing another city, maybe town, with lots of white colored buildings and green fields stretching on both the sides of the highway. The car was moving slowly in front of me, blending into the peaceful scenery. I saw many cars. They were parked the roadside, and soon I discovered the reason why. Many cars are parked because they are enjoying the match over there. People are sitting and watching the match. Beautiful. Kinsey is 12 and Shillong it's 68 more to go. Seems I will reach there tomorrow only, not today. Sunlight has become yellow, like those bulbs which used to have a tungsten wire. I'm climbing. I spotted a family working in their farm. Even a little child was helping. The moment this small kid realized that I was recording, his face lit up with pure joy. This is the time I met Saul again. Remember that man who met me there in Nongstoin? You lost your phone?
Yeah, I lost my phone.
Then that person called up or you called up?
I called him, he didn't pick up because he's driving a bike. When he picked up my call, he's staying nearby only, here only.
You got your phone back?
Yeah, I got my phone
Perfect,
back.
man. Congrats. That's wonderful.
Don't go anywhere to Shillong, come back.
Come back.
Go there for
Exactly. That's good.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see so many roadside stalls suddenly appeared. These stalls had not been there earlier, so I stopped to gather some information. I was curious about what they are selling. ये क्या है? क्या बेच रहे हैं? Pro, non-veg. और?
नहीं मालूम.
I mean खाने के लिए वेज है, नॉन-वेज है?
हाँ?
मांस मीट है? अच्छा. Okay. But unfortunately, I could not find out much. Seafood, non-veg. Okay. Thank you. Maybe you know about that, what those stalls are selling roadside in that area. Please let me know. Write into the comment section about it. Look, that is the road. I have to cross that mountain. This is Nongstoin. Nongstoin. And this is the pump. It looks very small either. So I have time, so I will climb more. As the temperature started to drop, I put my wind cheater to avoid falling sick. I skipped stopping at this petrol pump because I still had some more time to ride. Sunlight was remaining on the peaks only. Soon it will disappear and darkness will fall down completely. The houses shows me that it's a rich area in comparison with the Garo Hills. I have to climb on that mountain. Shit, man. And finally I arrived at Umjai. Sunset has already happened behind those mountains there. So these are the deodar trees which they use for the Christmas time. And most probably the downhill starting from here. Every time I saw a steep climb ahead, I found myself saying the same thing, bracing for the challenge. Feeling tired. Okay, but not far to go, hardly 3 more kilometers. I've reached on the top. I was really enjoying the downhill ride today. It was fast and filled with fun, and thanks to the breathtaking views all around. The roads were straight, so I did not feel scared of riding fast, even though my brakes were not very effective. Reached almost down from that mountain where you can see the light. 1.5 kilometers more, then there is a pump. It's chilly right now. It's so cold right now. My hands are freezing. I'm not wearing the shoes, so my feet, they are freezing right now. And because clothes under this are wet, it is increasing the cold more, and I'm feeling it more. So difficult it is. Imagine how cold it is. Everybody is burning a fire and sitting around it so that they can keep themselves warm. Soon I arrived at a place where people were cooking food by lighting a fire on the roadside. There were many cars parked, and this made me curious. I wanted to know what was going on. What is happening? I got a chance to ask from the locals, and the information which I discovered I'm sharing with all of you. So these days, many fishing competitions happened in Meghalaya, which are organized on a grand scale. The winning prize ranges between 1.25 lakh to 2.5 lakh, and anybody can participate with a small entry fees of 3,000 to 5,000 rupee. Those who want to participate, they need to register first and then they can join the competition. If you know more about this, please let me know into the comment section, because I feel I'm having a very limited information about it. So there they have the first prize, second prize, third prize, along with lots of consolation prizes. Right now here at this place, the same fishing competition was happening. What a beautiful view. That light that side is really creating it more good. I felt it like a village fair with lots of commercial activities buzzing around the fishing competition. Just after crossing this place, I reached to the city Kinshi, Kinshi. Let me tell you, this city is located in an incredibly beautiful location which is surrounded by the mountains. It looks like a lively and happening place. For this signboard, Shillong is 56 km and Mariang is 15 kilometers from here. Reached city named Kinshi. Looking for the pump. So when I reached at the pump location, which I had marked on the map, I discovered that. Very surprised to see I have come ahead of the pump. It was there, but I skipped. I don't know how. What should I do? Let's go back. It is saying I have reached destination is on the right. There was no pump there. This is why I skipped. When I found out that there is no petrol pump, so I decided to head to the next pump instead. There is another one almost 1 kilometer from here. I reached to that pump, and the moment I asked for the permission, they immediately approved it. I've also got a charging connection. I will put my tent and sleep maybe in the front or maybe this side, anywhere. Leaving my bicycle there, I went in the search of food. The shop nearby, going to eat something. So let's see what I get. It was the place where I tried first. My first question was, like I used to ask there in different states, English or Hindi. That man said English, nahi, Hindi, yes, okay. So Hindi mein we could communicate little, and he said there is another shop where I can get the veg food. Going to the second shop, but they could not tell me how far it is, and I don't see any shop. Then there is a river which I have to cross. After crossing the river, I reached the other side. I kept asking different people. Pul ke par. Seedha par. Okay. Finally, I found one shop. There I had a veg meal. One plate of rice is 20 rupee. I had 2 plates and 1 cup of tea and paid 50 rupees for that. After having a nice dinner, I returned to the pump, and this is when I thought to pitch my tent in front of that building. The pump manager told me that there is no need to pitch the tent. You can sleep inside the staff room because in the night nobody stays there on the pump. There I made many friends. I was sitting with them around a bonfire, and we were having a chit chat. So you're going home now?
Yeah.
Okay, and thank you so much for the help. You are a very kind man. You gave me this place. Very thankful. Okay. Thank you, bro. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good night. And that night, I got a chance to sleep inside a cozy room made of wood. My total expenses of the day: breakfast, it was given by Kamal Bhai and Om Prakash Bhai at that BPCL pump. Ticket to Dezuko Valley was 20 rupee. For the dinner, I paid 50 rupee. 2 packets of popcorn costing me 20 rupee, and the total is 90 rupees. Today, I have covered a distance of 35.5 km on an average speed of 9.5 km per hour, and the height or elevation which I gained is 711 meters. What did I learn today? Sometimes the kindness of strangers turned out to be life's biggest blessing. Whether it's about getting the shelter in a pump staff room, or the breakfast which was being offered, or finding the warmth of that bonfire, every small act of generosity makes the journey easier and the memories richer. It reminds us that even when the road is tough and the resources are scarce, humanity always finds the way to surprise us. And you know, when the plans don't go as expected, like the missing pump or that steep climb, so having patience and adaptability help us move forward, one pedal at a time. So this journey teaches me that the real magic lies not just in reaching at the destination, but in embracing every twist and turn and human connection along the way. In the previous video, I had a sad or a amazing experience of of got scammed. That's to by someone to whom you trust the more. Yes, the army officer. I felt bad. I felt cheated. That is a story of disguise and distrust. If you have not seen that video, I'm giving you the link of that video here. After this video, go and watch. And those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. Please read them and say them thank you on my behalf. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet soon with the story of a new day in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and have a good time. Bye bye.